Alright, I'm going to be showing you how to get unlimited golden keys in Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Now you can do this for health, shields, money, any value inside this game. This also applies to any other game if you follow the same concepts behind this. So there's pretty much 3 ways to get infinite keys. The mailbox system is going to be the most reliable, but it's also going to be the slowest method of getting the most amount of keys under your belt. You're only going to getting as many as you've got in your mailbox per each time, and then of course you've got to reload the application every time that you close it. That adds significant time to doing these key exploits. However, using Cheat Engine, once you've done it once, you've got enough keys to last you for a very, very long time. And because you've got so many there, it's a really easy process just to add more keys. I'll put a timestamp into each method. So as you can see here, we have 99,884 keys. So you can see that my method actually works. There's no way you can obtain this legitimately. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over to this website here, Mental Mars, and most websites like this are going to use bots. So from the Shift's Twitter, this bot's going to be grabbing these codes and putting it onto their website. So what we're going to see here on this website is we've got the reward, the expiration date, and the shift code. So the shift code, you can go ahead and activate that on the social page in Tiny Tina's, and we're going to get those 3 keys. Now you can see that there's an expiration date there. It's not automatically crossed out, so we know we can redeem this one here. If you haven't redeemed any codes previously, you can just go ahead and find the default codes that came out with the game. Those ones don't have an expiration date. There's probably about 6 keys there, and you can go ahead and add these ones as well. But it doesn't matter, we can take advantage of the mailbox exploit, which will involve us grabbing these keys and making sure that we're in the offline mode after redeeming these keys. Alright, I've got my key just here to chuck in. Just go ahead and hit redeem. Success. Excellent. You can see over here that we've got our shift code has been added to our mail system. So just to show you guys how this mailbox exploit works, we're going to go here and Alt Tab and go to our desktop internet connection, and we're going to disconnect. See down the bottom there, 99,884. Let's go ahead and redeem these. And you see 99,887. Now let's refresh our inbox here. Let's close the game. What we're going to do is now we're going to reconnect to the internet here. We're going to rerun the game. And there you can see that we have our 3 keys available again through the mail system. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to be resetting myself back down to 10 keys, because you're not going to start with this amount of keys. Mailbox system exploits. The checklist is log into Borderlands the first time, open up your mailbox system, Alt Tab out, turn off your internet connection, go back into the game, refund your keys, stay in offline mode, exit the game to the desktop, turn your Wi-Fi back on, rejoin Borderlands, and then repeat. So that's how you can take advantage of the mailbox system. For this to work, you want around 7 to 8 keys. Anything less than that, it's going to be really hard to achieve this, because you're going to be playing with a lot of luck and chance. And anything more than that, you're going to be really securing your way to getting it actually done properly. Of course, you've got the mailbox exploit. You don't need to worry about this. This is just in case you don't have any shift keys available to you and you do have more than 7 keys. You have less than that, you can try still, but your chances of it actually happening are very low. Alright, you can see here I've reset myself to 10 keys. Now let's start the process of getting ourselves some keys. So again, for this demo, I'm going to be using 10 keys and trying to give myself some more. And it's important to note that the addresses that you see on my cheat engine will not be the same as yours, and they won't be the same the next time you reopen the program. So bear that in mind. You won't be looking for your values, the amount of golden keys that you have. As for the cheat engine, where to get it, I'll put the link in the description below. You just go ahead and download that and install it. Just be careful when you're going through the installer that you don't accidentally install the bloatware with it. You just want cheat engine. It's a couple of clicks and done. It's all autonomous. You don't need to worry about it. Okay, now that you've got cheat engine installed, the first thing you need to do is you need to actually scan for Tiny Tina's. So we're going to go here up to the top left, click on this symbol right here. Then we're going to find Tiny Tina's and we're going to go ahead and open that. Now, whether or not If you're familiar with Cheat Engine, what you want to do is you want to go to the value type, and from 4 bytes, you want to change this to all. Now, you want to type in here into the value how many keys you've got. In my case, I've got the 10. And I'm going to start my first scan. Now, this may take a minute because there'll be a lot of addresses that have 10 as its value. Now what we need to do is we need to filter these results down to get to our golden key ones only. Because if we went through and changed all of these values to 99,999, the game is going to crash and we won't get a save on our golden keys. And this is the troubleshooting process to getting those filters applied. So what we're going to do is, now we've got our first 10 keys as our scan, we're going to jump back into Borderlands. Now the more values you change, the more that's going to filter down. This can be done by running around, this can be done by shooting, by jumping, anything that changes values. We go back into Cheat Engine. Now because we haven't actually changed the main value we're looking for, which is the 10, we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit next. So we didn't get rid of that many, we got rid of about 100,000, but that's alright, it still all adds up. So now we're going to go ahead and spend our first key. Alright, let's tab back into Cheat Engine. Let's change this value. We've got 9 now. Let's hit our next scan. So you can see we've got a lot less results popping up. Spend another key. This time we're going to actually use 2 keys because it's going to keep giving us all the values from 10, 9, 8. If anything is only changing one value at a time, it's going to, every time we log back into the game, it's only going to actually show us the results for everything that's changing. If we only change one value at a time, anything else in the game that's also only changing once as well is going to show up. So to change that from happening, we want to spend a couple more keys, and that way we're actually jumping 2 values, not just the 1. That will help us refine our results. So now rather than the 9, we go 7. And you can see now we've jumped down to 145 results. We've got 6 keys. Let's go ahead and spend one more, down to 5. Alright, you can see here that we've got 6 values, 6 different addresses as well. That 4.82 one, don't worry about that. I'm sure if we spent another key that would disappear. But rather, these 6 addresses we're going to go ahead and change. So what we're going to do is, we're going to select all of these, pressing Control and left clicking each one. Now we're going to right click and press Add Selected Addresses to the address list. You can do this by double clicking on the addresses. This is just quicker. Now what we're going to do is we're going to select all of these by selecting the top one. Now if you are familiar with Cheat Engine, this is what we're doing differently this time. We're going to go ahead and hit activate on all of these, so that way it saves when we close the game. For those that aren't familiar, this is a lock button. So these values now won't change. So if we have 5 keys and we go ahead to the chest and spend a key, it will spend a key, but it will jump our values straight back to 5. Now what we're going to do is we're going to select the top one here, hold shift, select them all, and press enter. And now we're going to type in 999,999. Again, it's important to remember that you're not looking for the same addresses as me, you're looking for your golden key values, because these addresses will change to a different thing in the game. It could be anything. They recycle these addresses. So the golden keys are going to be a different address the next time you boot up the game. So my first attempt actually failed here, which means I've only got 5 keys to work with. But our saving grace is that I've still got the mailbox system to take advantage of. So we're now in the second method, using both mailbox system and the subtraction of golden keys method. So you can see I've only got 5 golden keys. We're going to go ahead and we're going to start the process again. This time we're starting with 5 keys. We're going to go ahead, do a new scan. Alright, down to 1 key. This is also important you don't want to be going down to 0. You never want to put 0 as a value into Cheat Engine. It is going to ruin it completely for you. Just don't do it. 1 is essentially your 0. Don't go below that. Alright, so I've only got the 1 key. I'm going to go ahead into my mail system here, and I'm going to start redeeming these keys here. Now again, remember, you can't exit the game while using Cheat Engine, because those values are going to change. So you can try your luck here and just use these 3 keys to try and get that value, or do the mailbox exploit a couple of times first to build yourself some keys up. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to grab my keys, add them one at a time because I'm a little bit skeptical here. 3 keys. Down to 1. And thankfully, everything else is showing as 0. So that gives us our 6 values. So just like before, I'm going to grab these keys here and I'm going to drop them down. So this time we're going to do 99,999. So just remember that when you're doing this, you need to be in offline mode as well, okay? Don't be doing this in online mode, because online mode is using a server to check against your keys. You can't change a server's value. You can only change yourself, your own client's values. Of course, then you can also trick the online servers. Once you go back online, you'll have your keys there, right? So it will check against your keys to see what it is. So a lot of games like this, you're going to be able to change your values without having to worry. All right, so we can see here that they're actually working, 99,997. Let's go ahead and get ourselves back in online mode and just make sure that they actually sync across to online as well. All right, there you have it. We have our 99,997 keys, and we've also got our mailbox 3 skeleton keys as well. I hope this helps, and good luck.